In what appears to be one of the most significant escalations in the Middle East in recent memory, a wave of missile attacks has struck multiple countries across the region, sending shockwaves through governments, military establishments, and civilian populations alike. The situation is fast-moving, and the full scale of what is unfolding is only beginning to become clear. Bahrain was among the first countries to confirm that its territory had come under direct attack. A missile struck the headquarters of the United States Fifth Fleet. Located in Bahrain's capital city of Manama, this is not just any military installation. The Fifth Fleet is the nerve center of American naval operations across the entire Middle East, overseeing the Persian Gulf, the Red Sea, the Gulf of Oman, and parts of the Indian Ocean. A direct strike on this facility represents an extraordinary act of aggression and marks a dramatic new chapter in the ongoing tensions between Iran and the United States. Bahrain's National Communications Center wasted no time in issuing an official statement, confirming that multiple attacks had targeted various sites and facilities within the country's borders. The Bahraini government has strongly condemned these strikes and is currently assessing the full extent of the damage. The level of coordination and precision involved in these attacks suggests that this was not a spontaneous act, but rather a carefully planned and executed military operation. At the same time, hundreds of miles away, in Jordan's capital Amman, the morning began with scenes of confusion and fear. Residents reported hearing the unmistakable roar of fighter jets tearing through the sky above the city, followed shortly after by a series of deep, thunderous booms that echoed across the skyline. For ordinary people going about their morning routines, it was a terrifying reminder of just how close this conflict has come to their doorstep. The Jordanian military moved quickly to address the situation, confirming that 2 ballistic missiles had been detected entering Jordanian airspace and were successfully intercepted and neutralized by the country's air defense systems. While this is certainly a relief, the incident itself is deeply alarming. The fact that ballistic missiles were fired toward Jordan's capital is a significant escalation, and it underscores how rapidly this conflict is spreading beyond its original flashpoints. Footage has already begun circulating online, showing what appears to be flaming debris that landed near a residential area in the Manama district of Amman. Fortunately, at the time of reporting, no injuries have been confirmed from this particular incident. However, Jordanian authorities have urged residents to remain calm and follow official guidance as the situation continues to develop. Jordan is home to a significant number of American military personnel and assets. The Muwaffaq Salti Air Base, situated approximately 100 kilometers east of Amman, has in recent weeks been hosting between 60 and 70 U.S. combat aircraft. The presence of these aircraft has not been unnoticed. Chinese satellite imagery had previously identified and documented the exact locations of these planes on the airbase. Even more strikingly, Iran had released an AI-generated video that explicitly showed this very airbase being targeted in a simulated strike scenario, sending an unmistakable message to both Jordan and Washington. This has been part of a broader and sustained pressure campaign by Iran directed at countries throughout the region, including Jordan, the United Arab Emirates, and Saudi Arabia. Iran's message has been blunt and unambiguous. Any country that allows American military forces to operate from its soil will be considered a legitimate military target. It does not matter to Iran whether those forces are actively participating in strikes against Iranian territory. The mere presence of U.S. military assets is enough. This puts countries like Jordan in an incredibly difficult and dangerous position. These are nations that have long maintained close ties with the United States, have benefited from American security guarantees, and allowed U.S. forces to be stationed on their territory as part of broader regional security arrangements. Now they find themselves caught between their alliance with Washington and the very real threat of Iranian missile strikes on their cities and military installations. Beyond Bahrain and Jordan, reports are also emerging of attacks in the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Iraq. The geographic spread of these strikes is deeply significant. This is no longer a conflict confined to a single front or a single country. It is becoming a regional conflagration with multiple nations simultaneously coming under fire in what appears to be a coordinated and large-scale Iranian military operation. In Amman, an all-clear air raid siren was sounded approximately 40 minutes after the initial attacks, suggesting that the immediate threat had passed for the time being. However, officials and military analysts are warning that this may be only the beginning. Fresh barrages of missiles could be launched at any moment, and the situation on the ground remains extremely fluid and unpredictable. The world is watching with grave concern as these events unfold. What began as a regional tension between Iran and Israel, with the United States deeply involved, has now expanded into something far larger and far more dangerous. The coming hours and days will be absolutely critical in determining whether this situation can be contained or whether it spirals into a full-scale regional war with consequences that would be felt far beyond the Middle East. We will continue to bring you the very latest developments as this story continues to evolve. Stay with us.